called in during the preseason with a calf injury at the time that still has kept him out into the regular season. He's not only representing the New York Football Giants in this conversation, but the good people of Snickers, kind enough to provide us Victor Cruz back on the program. How are you, Victor?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So let's get straight to the order of business. Do you think you're going to play in Western New York and Buffalo this weekend?
I think that's the plan. Obviously, if anybody knows Coach Coughlin, I got to get through a good solid week's worth of practice. But the plan is definitely to play on Sunday.
Okay, so you are getting out there on the field and feeling fine. Is that what it is, or where are you in terms of telling the coach, I think I'm ready to play?
No, I'm out there. I'm feeling fine. I ran some routes yesterday, and I feel pretty good. It's just a matter of, increasing my reps and increasing my workload as we go into this week of practice and seeing how I feel from then. So once I prove to them that I can handle the workload, then we'll see how we net out towards the end of the week.
Okay, so you think it's a Friday decision, game time decision? How would you term it?
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know how the coaches deem that stuff. I think it's probably a later in the week decision, obviously, but I don't know if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, morning. I'm not sure.
But you're definitely getting on a plane for Buffalo, as far as you're concerned.
Yes.
Okay. Victor Cruz joining me here on the program. And let's just go ahead and say, should you play against the Buffalo Bills? There's a guy across the field who you have tortured every now and then, Rex Ryan. one way to put it. And it was against Rex's Jets that you had a preseason breakout performance that put you on everybody's radar screen. And then comes that 99-yarder in December of 2011 that helped spark the Super Bowl run for the Giants and end the Jets season. Do you take particular relish in that sort of thing, Victor?
Not necessarily. Obviously, the irony of, Rex Ryan and the teams that he's coached, I've done fairly well against them, so that's always going to be a story at some point. But I just relish in terms of just being out there and being ready to play and doing good things against good teams. I think, what I pride myself on is being a good player and being a player that rises to the occasion when my number's called, and I think I've done that against Rex on I guess more than one occasion, hence why it sticks out in our minds a little bit more.
Yeah, and the concept that you will help take some pressure off of Odell Beckham, your mere presence would help in terms of garnering attention by a defense as well as just keeping the young man from thinking he's got to do it all by himself. Would you agree with that assessment?
Absolutely. I think he's definitely faced a lot of attention, a lot of double teams, a lot of defensive attention his way in the early part of this season. And I think just my presence of being there, catching some footballs, making some plays will get defenses to kind of back up off him a little bit. And then in terms, we'll have, and Ruben Randall as well will have his fair share of balls to catch as well. And we should be out there doing what we know how to do best, and that's everybody working on the same accord, on the same page, and making some plays.
What do you think your emotions will be like stepping out on the field in Buffalo should you be able to go Sunday?
Oh, man, it'll be an emotional moment for me. I know that because, just everything I've been through just my entire life, not even, the past year, just my entire life, the ups and the downs and the things that I've faced, and to go back out there on that field after facing that tremendous injury I did a year ago, it should be pretty interesting. I'm sure my emotions will be all over the place. Even just out there warming up, they'll be all over the place. So I'm excited for the opportunity and see exactly how I feel.
Yeah, the next road game is at Philadelphia, too, where that all went down as well.
Exactly.
Victor, I don't know if you've seen that on the schedule, if you've noticed that.
I may have peeked at it, Rich. I may have peeked at it.
I bet you have. And so what was it like, though, sitting there and watching your teammates have fourth-quarter leads and then watching things go haywire first 2 weeks, Victor?
It's gut-wrenching, man. Gut-wrenching because you know that you want to just be out there helping your team and, you don't know if the outcome would be different, but you do understand that if you're out there, you at least have a chance to make some things happen and make a change, and it's extremely gut-wrenching to feel these things and to see our team play so well just for us not to win at the end of the game. So it was a tough one to watch for sure.
And in terms of the way things went, I mean, people are saying had Eli not thrown away the ball in week one, you could have won. And then had he thrown the ball away in week two, you could have won. I'm wondering how Eli has been handling all that behind the scenes, Victor. Can you pull the curtain back a little bit on that?
I think he's been handling it well. I think he understands that it's, two of them slipped away, whatever it was, whatever the case may be, whether, his decision making, whatever it was, that we let him slip away. And those are two games that we should have had, but unfortunately we didn't. And we sit here at 1-2, and I think Eli knows that it's a long season and it's just, week 4, and it's not week 16 or week 15 yet. So we're excited, and he's excited to continue to put these good games in front of us, continue to win, and that'll take care of those early losses for sure.
We in the paparazzi keep talking about, well, it's an open division because Tony Romo's out, Dez is out, et cetera, et cetera. Do you guys think the same way in the locker room, talk the same way?
I mean, I'd be lying if we say we didn't. Obviously, we look around the division and we see exactly what's happening. We see, what's happening in other teams in our division, and it's pretty much wide open. And we hear that all across the TV, all across the news, the blogs, all the good stuff. We hear it. But it's just a matter of us understanding that and winning the games that are placed in front of us, not looking ahead, not looking to be the best team on the planet, but we want to win the games that are in front of us, not look ahead to more weeks or division weeks, but understanding that we have a task at hand week in and week out, and we have to accomplish that.
Victor Cruz joining me here at Team Vic on Twitter. Let's talk Snickers, sir. What's going on? There's a new candy bar packaging, including hunger bars. Tell me about all this, Victor, because believe it or not, this is something personal for me, and I'll explain in a second.
Okay, yes, Snickers is changing the packaging for a period of time to where they would change the label, and it'll apply whatever your personality is when you're hungry, Rich. So if you're grouchy, sleepy, loopy, whatever it is, it'll say that on the actual packaging, and you can call out your friends who's the grumpy one, or for yourself if you're feeling a little sleepy, and that's where you are when you're hungry. You can pick up that packaging. So you can also go on your social media accounts and hashtag Eat a Snickers to engage your friends.
Well, so I'm going to pull back the curtain, to use the phrase again a little bit here on me, Victor, and my colleagues on NFL Game Day Morning, and also the post-game show, as well as Thursday Night Football. There are times, I'm a New Yorker, Vic, so you're around, you're a Jersey guy. We're very emotional, right? Sometimes it's difficult to be calm when something goes a little wrong. And I'm not a siege mentality guy. I'm very calm in the face of pressure. I have to be for my job. But there are times where my temper runs a little thin based on something that has happened on the air. And then in a commercial break, I try to be very calm about it. There are sometimes it's difficult for me to do that. At that point in time, the other guys, because it's rare when I do it, okay? It's rare. Mariucci and Dion and Marshall and Irvin and Kurt all love it when I lose my marbles a little bit. And 2 years ago, based on the commercials that Snicker has, anytime I sort of lose it a little bit, Dion will smile at me and hold up a Snickers bar and hand it to me because I'm not myself.
Exactly.
Okay? So now that there is an actual Snickers bar that will say the words cranky, feisty, grouchy, irritable, complainer, this is ornery, curmudgeon, whiny, that's a bad one. You're saying that I may now have Deion Sanders may hand me a Snickers bar with that word on it? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Deion may have a collection of them to describe whatever mood you may be in that day when you're hungry, and he'll just whip that one out on you. You won't even see it coming. Rick.
It's not hungry. I'm just hungry for things to go a little according to plan, That's what you know what I mean? I'm not like literally hungry, but I'm not myself. And I've been really good at that for over a year, I'll admit it. I haven't really had too many Snickers moments, but I just want to be prepared. You're telling me to be prepared for this. 100%,
because Deion's definitely he's going to have them there ready.
Well, are you saying you're going to supply him with this stuff? Is that?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny that, Rich, but he may get a shipment from me. He may.
Yeah, there's other words: dramatic, grouchy, goofball, rebellious, whiny. Testy, snippy, my gosh. All right, I'll be prepared for that, Victor. And I'm looking forward to seeing you get back on the field, Victor. I'm looking forward to it. You bet.
Thank you very much.
Before I do let you go, have you, last time we spoke, JPP, and you and he had not spoken. Has that changed at all? Because I know he was there for a day. What's going on with him and you and the team right now?
Yes, we've spoken. I don't know in terms of the team how how they're handling that in terms of the front office and all of that good stuff. But I have spoken to him. I did check on his overall health, and he's feeling good, and he's still training and working out, and I believe he plans on being back with the team at some point throughout his career, throughout this year even. So I don't know how that shapes up, but he's doing well. He's healthy, and he's still training. So I'm happy about that.
No, Victor, I appreciate the call. Thanks so much, and I do hope to see you out there in Buffalo and chat with you down the line.
No problem, Rich. Thank you very much.
You bet. That's Victor Cruz, one of the good guys in the National Football League here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.